and welcome to the Sheriff's Report with Sheriff Chip Simmons.
Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah. I'm Amber Southern, so we're happy to be here another week with you guys here on the iHeartRadio app, so please follow us there if you haven't. You can also watch the full show on our YouTube channel, so if you want to see our faces, you can check it out there. I don't blame you if you don't someday.
Well, this is what, our third podcast. The first one we went a little bit longer than what we wanted, but we wanted to introduce what we're going to do. Yeah. And then we went about 12 minutes. Our plan now is to go 10 minutes. And what you didn't see before we went live here was that we had some people were trying to figure out how they're going to let us know.
The 10-minute mark.
Yeah. So if you hear some huffing and puffing, it's our staff back there who are supposed to do some jumping jacks back there to let us know that the time is up. And they struggled mightily.
EMS is on standby. We couldn't get a jumping jack. We got a jack. Maybe we'll show it to you later. We'll see.
I mean, I'm not going to say the people that are back there are Stephen Houseman and Ronnie Rivera, but I wouldn't say those people that struggle with jumping jacks.
Stephen and Ronnie, they could do it.
I've seen them. They can't. Anyway, what do we have? We have a kickball
All right,
event.
They're not playing in the kickball event, correct?
No.
Okay, good.
For good reason.
We have a kickball event, and the kickball event is going to be against one of our local automotive group, Step 1 Automotive. You wouldn't believe I get paid to speak. That's going to be on Saturday, April 2nd. So we're going to be out there at NEP ball fields, correct?
Yeah, Step 1 Automotive, they're local. I think they're at least regional. They have a bunch of different operations. They do a good job of selling cars. They also do a good job of talking smack about kickball. It's a charity event where the proceeds go to the Escambia Sheriff Foundation. So we certainly appreciate that. And then they started running their mouth a little bit, talking about how good they were at kickball, and they may be good. Yeah. We'll find out. We're going to find out on April the 2nd. So if you're around the NEP ballpark, which is the one, the baseball park up on 9 Mile Road, come by on April the 2nd, and we'll see how good they are together. And we have food out there, and all the money raised will go to the Escambia County Sheriff Foundation, which only provides funding for Sheriff's Office engagement and employee wellness.
Yeah, it's a great foundation that we have set up out there at NEP Park. We won't just have the kickball field going on. EMS will be on standby for that event too. But it's free. It's a great family fun day. It'll be free. We're going to have a bounce house out there. Our cook team's going to be out there making free hamburgers and hot dogs for that. So, and face painting, I hear. So it's just a nice family event. So come on out, bring your family, watch us beat Step 1, because that's what's going to happen. It has to.
Face painting.
Yeah, they're going to be face painting the kids
We're
out
all
there.
look like Braveheart.
I wish they would face paint y'all. I'm requesting it. It might happen. Come out and see what that's about. But then, we have some other events going on. So moving on, April 5th, we're going to have a highway dedication ceremony for one of our fallen deputies. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
On December the 3rd, 1988, Deputy Don Cook was killed when he was struck by a vehicle that was fleeing another agency, and they were driving down Interstate 10. I was working that night. I was a Pensacola police officer, and I remember that night well. But he was struck by a vehicle and killed. And this coming up April the 5th at 10:30 in the morning at Plantation Road and Davis Highway, we will be dedicating a portion of that roadway in Don Cook's memory. And so please join us there. This has not been an easy task. It's hard to get a road name, certainly a state roadway. We had to go to the county commission and get a resolution, and then they went to the state legislature, and then they got it approved. And now we finally have the signs. We're finally ready to do it. And I'm honored to be the sheriff when this takes place. So on April the 5th, 10:30 in the morning, we will dedicate and rename a portion of Interstate 10, the Deputy Don Cook Memorial Highway. Yeah.
And we'll be meeting there on Plantation Road and Davis Highway. There's a little spot in a field that we'll have set up, and everybody's welcome to come. We'll have the media there to cover it. And it's just been a long time waiting for this to happen. You were fighting hard for this in the county commission and got it approved. And we're very, very happy to see this finally taking place.
It's been a long time coming, but it's certainly well-deserved.
Absolutely. So then on April 22nd, we're going to have our next movie night, and that's going to be at Roger Scott. That series, do we know what we're going to show that night?
I think we're going to show Sing, the movie Sing. There's Sing 1 and there's Sing 2, and we're showing Sing 1 first for obvious reasons. And then hopefully we'll go to another spot and sing, and we won't sing, don't worry. And show Sing 2. So, yeah, Roger Scott is up there off of Summit and 12th Avenue. And we really look forward to it. It's going to be a great event. The weather should be nice on April the 22nd. We're going to bring us our movie screen, which is this giant screen, portable, but you wouldn't know it because we have showed this movie or showed this screen with a movie on it, and it looks great.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it and see what we've got going on. Sing is like one of my daughter's favorite movies. It actually made her an Elton John fan, so it cracks me up. She'll be in the
I've
back
never
seat
seen it, so I'll be watching.
at 2 years old singing Elton John, which is just I love. It's crazy. So I'm glad to be out there. I know she'll love being out there too for that event. And then, we're also wanting to invite everybody on March 24th. Now you have to sign up on our website. There's a spot on our website to sign up, but we're going to have our Neighborhood Watch Academy, and that's going to be on May 24th. It's limited seating. So go ahead and head over to our website, escambiaso.com, and follow the link and sign up for the Neighborhood Watch Academy. Or you can always give us a call, 850-436-9630. Ask for David Craig or Lisa Parrish, and they'll help you sign up for the Neighborhood Watch Academy. Can you kind of explain? We just had actually an interview yesterday with WEAR on what the Neighborhood Watch Academy is.
Well, I mean, it boils down to partnerships. It's in communication, and we want our communities to be part of the sheriff's office and the sheriff's office to be part of our communities. And to do so, we wanted to encourage people to have neighborhood watches in their own neighborhoods, but also attend our Neighborhood Watch Academy, which is a one-night thing. It's a couple of hours, and we share with them what some of the best practices are, and it also allows us to network with our neighborhoods, with our neighborhood leaders, and then they can network with each other as well. So it works out very well.
I think it's really cool because you see them all get together in the same room, and you'll see a neighborhood that's kind of like size in your neighborhood, or you kind of, you can compare and contrast, and you can say, hey, this worked in our area. Will it work for yours? And how did you set that up? One of the things they always talk about are the neighborhood social media pages, which we absolutely love as a sheriff's office. Please, if you haven't started one, that's a great way for you guys to communicate. But the one thing that we do like to remind people, if you do have a social media page for your neighborhood, just because you report it there doesn't mean we know about it or have access to that page to see. So if it is something criminal or something you have a question about that has to do with law enforcement, please remember to also give us a call and let us know if you see a suspicious vehicle or there was some car hopping with people, going through the neighborhood, pulling on door handles and stealing things from vehicles, anything like that. Also give us a call, 850-436-9620. That's our non-emergency line, and then you can always call 911. But those neighborhood Facebook pages, they're a wonderful tool, and we like seeing them out there. But just let us know, too. Just because you post it there doesn't mean law enforcement has been made aware. So that's just a reminder for those. So we hope to see you on May 24th. Again, you can sign up on our website for that class. So one thing I did want to talk about is we had this burglary suspect that just kind of popped up the other day, and it's kind of weird. It's something that you think about, you kind of talk about, but he came through somebody's back door of their home, comes running through the back door. He starts saying some things, and the guy's like, "Hey, dude, get out of my house. You've got to
you're
leave.
in my living room. Get out of here.
What are you doing here?" The guy apparently runs through the house, goes out the door, across the street into a wooded area. Of course, our victim calls and says,
right,
there's some crazy person that just ran through my house. So we get there, we get on scene, a few of the deputies, and they go out into this field and they start searching. Well, Deputy Bortner brings his canine Zeke, and they get out there in the wooded area and they start looking. Well, Zeke does his job and he finds him. But then, it gets crazy. He attacked the canine.
Here's the thing. Dogs don't talk much, right? So we train these dogs, and the best way they know how to stop a suspect is to bite that suspect. That's just what they do. And so now we got a burglar. This bozo's in someone's house. He calls them, it takes off. They call us. We have a couple deputies out there, and then we have Zeke.
Yep.
And so Zeke knows one thing. Zeke does what he's told to do. Zeke catches bad guys. And when he catches bad guys, he's going to hold on to the bad guy until the deputy, his partner, gets there. Yeah. This guy, this burglar, also decides he's going to try to punch and kick Zeke. Well, Zeke doesn't know to let go. Zeke is doing what he's taught to do, and Zeke continues to hold on to him. This guy kicks the deputies and tries to fight him. And anyway, he punched Zeke in the face. Well, Zeke didn't like that, so Zeke doubles down.
Yeah.
And holds on to this guy. There's a mug shot of this guy. You can see what happens when you fight deputies and you fight certainly Zeke.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. So, anyways, we ended up arresting him, charging him with a bunch of burglaries, attempted burglaries, occupied conveyance, trespassing in occupied structure, a bunch of stuff. Oh, battery on law enforcement officer and a battery on
the
canine dog.
So that's kind of something new. I haven't ever really seen that charge before. So I'm so glad that they are charging now with the battery on the canine.
Yeah, well, we don't take kindly to
No.
people battering our deputies. I certainly don't.
No.
And we certainly do not take kindly to you battering or trying to hurt our dogs either.
Well, we're coming kind of towards the end of the show, but I did want to talk about this drug bust before we wrap up that we just had. And this was a huge drug bust for us. $500,000 in meth that was taken out of this home here in Escambia County. But that wasn't it. It was fentanyl, too, which if you know anything about fentanyl, it can absorb through your skin even if you touch it. It's very, very dangerous. We've had a lot of trainings here. We're seeing people just dying, to be honest, dying from this drug.
Every day. In fact, not a day goes by that we don't have an opioid overdose here in Escambia County. And some of those are heroin, but some of those are fentanyl. And you can't tell whether someone has tainted the drugs you're buying with fentanyl. And remember this, fentanyl is 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine. So if you get this stuff, whether you intend to or not, it can certainly be fatal to you. And that information, that's not from Chip Simmons, that's from the Center for Disease Control. And it's also from some anecdotal evidence that we see here on the streets of Escambia County every single day. So, yeah, we've got, just a couple of grams of fentanyl can be fatal, and we see 37 grams of fentanyl. So, like 30 times the fatal amount. Over half a kilo of cocaine, 20 pounds of methamphetamine. So, there's some people out there that were wanting their drugs that weren't going to get them. We talked a little bit about, I wonder how many lives were saved. And it's almost impossible to tell, how many lives were saved, whether from the methamphetamines, or the fentanyl or the cocaine itself. So our narcotics investigators did a great job, and this is a what we call a major drug dealer off the street, and the investigation continues. So we may not be done yet.
Yeah, more charges are pending on this case here, as you might be able to figure out. That's huge. That $500,000 of the meth taken off, and just that 37 grams of fentanyl alone was that's major.
And that meth is ruining people's lives. I mean, people, and it's ruining their features as well. We talked a lot about how it does wonders for a person's teeth.
Meth mouth is a thing. Yes.
We probably have dentists probably calling us up saying thank you for taking that meth off the street.
Makes their jobs a little easier.
Yeah, it makes it a little easier. They don't have to dig into those mouths of these meth heads.
Well, I know we're about to wrap up on this, and we're probably going a little bit over, but I did want to tell you a joke.
12 minutes is not terrible.
It's not terrible.
Well, there was no one coming in doing the jumping jacks. I think
they were
tired
supposed
from
to. That might be better than my joke is actually seeing the jumping jacks. But here you go, Sheriff. I got a joke for you.
I say jumping jacks because it's quiet, but apparently not.
Apparently not. But I think we didn't see the jumping jacks. We just saw a jack. There was no jump to it.
Yeah, it was a half of a jumping jack. Was it called?
To that. Okay. So why did the police detectives set up offices along the beach?
I don't know.
Because they were expecting a crime wave.
Oh gosh, that's worse than the first one you did.
I know, they're only going to get worse.
Are you looking for the worst jokes?
I can promise that.
You probably passed up a couple good jokes.
I did pass up a couple good ones just for this one. I almost like seeing the disappointment. It was worse than seeing Ronnie just do a jack instead of a jumping jack.
I don't know. Fortunately for our listeners, we're out of time.
Yeah.
And we're out of jokes.
You're welcome. Yeah. So thank you for following us. Again, if you haven't followed us yet on iHeartRadio, please go there. It's free on the Android and iPhone device. You can find us there once a month, every Wednesday. You can also select to see when a new podcast drops, and it'll alert you on your listening device to let you know when that's there. And then you can also follow us on our YouTube channel if you haven't, if you actually want to see us in person, and we appreciate all the follows that we're getting, and we'll see you next month.
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you, right?
Y'all stay safe.